Hello and welcome to RPG Quest, the podcast where we do not play D&D. And for the next few episodes, we are going to be jumping into Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 4th edition. My name is Chris. I am your host and humble game master. But of course, as always, the real stars of the show are our brave adventurers. And joining me for this little adventure, we have JD. JD, what is your character that you will be playing this evening?
I will be playing as Rudolf Sperl, which is my best German, or, Bavarian accent I can do, who is a warrior priest. I was lucky enough to roll that up.
Nice. And what does Rudolf Sperl look like as well?
Yes, of course. So he's only 22 years of age, so a young member of the order. He's got sort of golden brown hair, even though in this image it's looking a little bit rusty there. In a lovely friar tuck cut, which is true to his order. He is a warrior priest of the god Mor, so he follows the cult of Mor through his proceedings. And after spending his years presiding doomings over the children growing up, he has now moved on to helping with the grave duties and that of people being put in the ground. So, one step at a time, raising up through the order. Nice.
Maybe eventually you'll get to work with the living.
Yeah, maybe.
Also joining us is Amber. Who are you playing?
I am playing Daisy Doobles, who is strong as an ox, thick as a brick, and dumb as a doorstop. She's lovely but simple, just a human woman, probably about mid-20s, past marrying age, because, she's a comely girl, bit of a bonnet, and works hard on the farm.
Amazing.
And that's Daisy.
Nice. You pretty much rolled up a villager peasant, right? Like the most basic thing you could. I love it.
I certainly did. Peasant is my classification in writing.
Amazing. Awesome. Liam.
G'day. So I'm Liam and I'm going to be playing Michel Sealer. He's a young, fresh-faced boy of 19 years old. He's one of the river folk. And he's a seaman.
Beautiful. and
that's going to get all of the laughs today.
Yeah, never too mature for that joke.
And finally, Torrin, you will be playing. Well, yes, sorry, Torrin, tell us who you'll be playing.
Yeah, so my name's Torrin. I am playing Dominique Lefrancois. He is a bod, male model by day and fence by night. And he's just not very good at anything, but he looks just fantastic.
Yeah.
And people kind of, they're at ease around him.
That's it. What do they say? 20% what you say? 80% what you look? Can't remember the analogy.
Yeah, or like 95 for Dominique.
In his case, yeah. There's always the exception that proves the rule. So, for those of you playing along at home, we're going to be running an old school one-shot adventure. It's been around since, I think, 1st edition, but it's been repurposed, of course, for the latest edition. And it is called Night of Blood. This evening, all of you find yourselves aboard a carriage. Some of you may know each other, but the carriage is taking you south, taking you out of the city of Ubersreich, following the road that winds south through forests and by the river. Your carriage driver, Jürgen, is a jolly enough fellow, although for the past few hours he's been pretty silent as he sits atop the coach driving it. Inside, 4 of you sit, and the journey so far has been uneventful. As dusk approaches, a storm breaks and you feel the coach being buffeted by strong winds. It almost feels hazardous to continue, but unfortunately, being the Empire, it's not safe to simply just stop and wait for the storm to pass. It's better to press on because many strange creatures live in the forest, and a few of these are likely to be sheltering from the storm themselves. The rain is falling in torrents. Overhead, there's lightning flashing across the sky. And in the distance, you just make out the strangled cry of a strange creature.
Did any of you hear that?
You're right, I did, lad. I'm not quite sure what that was, though, yeah? What? Oi, driver, what was that noise, yeah?
You hear him scream from up the top.
Sorry? Sorry, what?
Old Phil can't hear me. Any of you know what that was?
He's probably one of the peasants. There's nothing different. I've heard many storms before.
As you say that, there's the rumbling of the thunder and the howling of the wind picks up so much that you can barely hear yourself over the storm.
I imagine all the papers of the book I'm reading sort of just flash up in my face. Perhaps that is a little much.
The only thing you can make out, sort of as the storm dies down, you can make out the sound again of something howling in the distance. And you swear for a brief moment that it's getting closer.
Ain't like no cow I ever heard.
Yes, that's definitely just something that is, I don't know, dangerous. We should... I don't know, what do we do?
Pretty safe inside here. Taps the thin, flimsy, I'm sure, carriage walls. Nothing getting through that.
I would like all of you to make a challenging athletics test, please.
As I raise my finger and then that moment happens. Now we bring up the beastly character sheets.
Mine for Michel was a 58. So fail by 3.
58 fail. Oh, God.
Just a normal
Probably
failure.
astounding failure with a 91.
Oh. Like, critical. Oh, wait, astounding's worse.
That's an 89 failure.
Failure. 2 fail levels.
Not doing very well.
I think you may have rolled an average instead of a challenging roll, because your target number should definitely not be 62.
Either way, though, you would have failed. Well, actually, your failure is going to be 4. Yes, yeah. You fail by 4 success levels, 4 failure levels. So at that moment, as Rudolf puts his finger up to speak, you're not sure whether it's wind or what it is, but you hear the horse cry out. You hear a scream coming from out the top of the coach. You feel yourselves momentarily thrown into the air as you strike the roof and the side of the carriage, as the whole carriage begins to flip over itself and tumble across the road as you get beaten and you bump into each other. And finally it slides to a stop, all of you prone.
There are no seatbelts in this Forsaken country.
Get off my head!
My bloody head!
Oh,
What are you doing to me?
Sorry, lads. Daisy waddles up. You guys definitely got the raw deal in that exchange.
My precious face, is it okay?
Oh, was that your head that went into my knee? Oh,
I
I'd
frantically
be able to pick up the bales of hay now.
frantically grabbing all the pieces of paper that have flown out and around the entire cabin, all over everyone.
Plastered to Daisy's ass.
That's my life's work. Right. This ends here. I'm going to try and I'm going to have a word with the driver.
Is the cart upturned?
The cart is upturned as you've sort of found yourself. It's been knocked to the side. The only way out is through the back if you kick out the back door.
I'm still going to have a word with the driver.
Daisy will oblige and, use her nice big ham fists to knock it out.
Absolutely.
Thanks, lass. I don't think the rest of us are really strong enough to do that.
Strong working hands.
Give me an athletics this time average difficulty, please.
Okay, so athletics average difficulty. Scrolling down, an 80, which is just a regular failure.
Nice. With your big meaty hands, you begin to try and knock the door out. And you smash it open a little bit. And you can hear the storm outside. You can see the mud just, through the crack of the door, but you can't get it quite all the way open. And at that point, you hear, just over in the pauses between the thunder and the wind, you hear a...
Perhaps it's better we stay inside?
Not be ridiculous. Get out of there. I will finish the job. And I come and thrust my arm to open the... clearly annoyed.
Yes, please.
To open the rest of the door.
Make an athletics again, but this time very easy. Okay, success. And as you kick open the door, you see, illuminated by lightning that strikes behind it, the face, sharp teeth, illuminated red eyes, two large black horns that extend from the head of this humanoid figure with a bovine head, hairy face, blood dripping down from its sharp teeth and through its beard.
Does it look more like a cow or more like a dog? Like a wolf?
Like a bovine, yes. It looks more kind of like a cow beast man.
Look.
You know these things as mutant beast men that roam the area, and it sizes you up, ready to attack. And I would like initiative from everyone, please.
I say, if it doesn't need to look at it, it smells of pure heresy.
So did you want us to roll, or did you want us just to use our initiative?
Let's try the roll and let's see if that works. If not, we'll use a
How?
static one.
Izzy got a 26 marginal success.
Daisy got 26.
Dominique Lefrancois, lightning quick reflexes. Got 8.
Look at you.
And Michel Sealer got a 24 marginal success.
24. Beautiful. Our friend, the Beast Man.
So is low still good for initiative?
Yes, I will do it that way. So I will arrange it in ascending order instead.
Because I imagine if you take the normal stat, the higher one would be better in that case.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, interesting. I'm going to do it as a roll though, and whoever rolled the lowest. So we'll go in that order. So first in the order, as he bounces to his feet out of this coach, is Dominique Lefrancois.
Okay, so I have exited the coach. I'm outside.
Yes.
What do I see? Just this cow man.
A few yards from you, about 6 feet, this large beast man, mutant beast man with a cow-like head.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna run away. I think I'm going to just scream, and I'm going to go just behind the carriage, put the carriage between me and this beast man, and take out my dagger and my buckler.
Shrieking out of the caravan.
Yes, very quickly leap to my feet, see what is threatening us, and promptly run around the other side.
Brave Sir Robin runs away.
In that range is not good on the head.
No, I probably look terrible. I'm very flustered. I'm trying to look up the charm action because I know that's my best bet to not die.
Something like this, you know, is not going to be charmed, no matter how much you lay it on.
I think you underestimate my
going
sexiness.
to ask for a simple dodge test. Just, I'd say challenging. It's dark, it's muddy, it's slippery, it's stormy, and you're trying to sort of run around and jump behind the carriage.
Oh, I have something for this. I don't remember what it is, though.
Oh, is this a trait that you might have?
I can't remember where it is. It probably doesn't matter if I can't charm them. It has something to do with dodging and charm. I've been trying to remember where those things are, but I forget. It's fine. I will just make that check. So, dodge. That is a challenging? Or
Yes, challenging, yes.
marginal failure.
You slip over slightly as you sort of run and you begin to almost crawl. So I'm going to say you get around to the side of this carriage to put a bit of distance between you and this beast man, but you're prone as you do it, covered in mud.
As I do, I go, Daisy, I think that there's cows are your business, yes?
Rolls up her sleeves, nods, does a grunting nod, turns towards the cab like, you haven't been milked for a long time, have you?
I think Dominique throws up a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I sharply turn to her.
Sorry, it's Michel Sealer's turn.
Michel. So Michel looks at this creature. How far away from us is it?
Not far at all. Only about 6 feet from the back of the door.
All right. Well, I'm just going to whip out my sling and just launch a lead bullet at it.
Beautiful.
So I think I don't know what I think I'm just going to click sling with lead bullet then and hope that works.
Yes.
So jealous. As a peasant, I can't afford a lettuce sling.
What type of difficulty?
the bullet?
Yeah, the bullet.
Ranged attacks are dramatic but unopposed.
Normally, so if you make a melee attack, they always get a chance to parry or to dodge. So did you say ranged attacks they don't get to dodge?
Yeah, so ranged aren't opposed. Range attacks are dramatic but unopposed.
Yeah, cool.
All right, so I'll do a challenging ballistic skill check.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, massive failure.
Oh, damn.
Impressive failure. 72 I got.
I like impressive. I love these wordings.
I'm definitely impressed by that failure.
Yeah.
Wow, you failed to such a degree that I have to say I am impressed.
You'll just go,
Here we are. I should set combat difficulties differently, so I am learning the rules as we go. There is a little chart for that. If you outnumber opponents, it's an average difficulty, 2 to 1. Attacking an opponent you outnumber 3 to 1 is easy.
I don't get any bonuses for being close range or anything, do I?
No. What is the range on the...
60 feet. No, I'm imagining it's feet. Or actually, no, it's UK, so it might be in meters.
I think they do yards with
Yards.
Yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah, so it's 60 yards then is what the range for my sling.
Yeah, so it's just within sort of normal range. But you just miss. Only just. As this thing kind of just tips its head to the side a little bit. And you hear it go. As it sort of exhales an amount of air and bars its teeth at you. You still have movement.
I'll push myself to the back of the carriage, as in inside the carriage.
Cool. You head back into the carriage. Nicely done. Daisy.
Daisy's rolled up her sleeves. I think she's going to look around on the ground to see if there's like a sizable rock that she can pick up.
You can grab a bit of wood, like a wooden beam from the carriage. You don't have any weapons at all?
I'll grab a wood beam. No, I don't.
I thought you had a weapon.
Get a weapon. Didn't we buy them at the end of the last session?
Yeah.
Oh, did we? Okay.
I mean, she doesn't have any coin.
I got my little buckler.
Don't have any money. Like, I think you were able to buy stuff because you're,
if you go to combat, to the combat page on your character sheet, Daisy Doobles, you have a dagger. You have the weapons. You have a dagger, fist, and hand weapon, which is any kind of. You can decide the flavor of that. Mechanically speaking, they're all the same. It could be like a little sword or a little club or something. Tell me what it
think
is.
it'd be like
rip
a little,
the side of the card open.
hand scythe. It's a hand weapon. Can that be my hand weapon?
Yeah, just like a little hand blade.
Grass and wheat and shit.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like a hand scythe, like a curved blade, like a hoe.
Sure.
Yes, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little sickle.
Yes, sickle. That's the one.
Symbol of the working man.
Yeah, working woman. So she's probably got that
Rising up.
and
Proletariat.
Proletariat.
Daisy's rising up anywhere. To be honest, I think she's quite.
You're pretty tall.
Right, I've got a dagger, I've got a hand weapon. I don't know if I want to get that close. I think I'm still just going to go for like the... wait, how does movement work? Can I like move in, take a slash, and then move back? How far away is it? 60 feet?
No, this thing is...
6 feet, right?
Yeah.
6 feet away, motherfucker. All right.
Which would be... So your movement's in yards. So this thing is going to be... It's literally going to be about 2 yards? Is that right?
No, I think a yard is almost like a meter. Like
Yes.
It's 3 feet to a yard.
Yes, so it's about 2 meters away. Yeah. So we say just imagine a yard as a meter. So this thing's pretty close to you. Is it sort of 2 meters? 2 yards away.
All right. That being said, well then I guess I'm absolutely walking forward, being like, "Away with ya! Shoot!" Just taking slashes and stabs with my dagger at this mutant cow thing.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. This
Roll-
Buffalo Beastman. Yes, weapon skill. You are outnumbering it. So this is where I will set the difficulty to easy. You outnumber it 3-1. Yes.
All right, cool. Rolling that easy.
Beautiful.
Success.
Nice.
He's going to. You see, this thing has a sword, and he is going to parry.
Still going to be like, shoot! Away with you! Yeah.
Amazing. So, as you strike this this horrid beast man, the amount of damage you do will be 5 plus opposed SL, which will be 4. So you got a failure of 2, you got a success of 2, so you're going to do 9 damage all up. Or 9 wounds, I should say. This guy has armor of 2. As you see, as you strike... Oh, where do you strike? In the body. Nice. Hit location body.
torso.
As you strike this thing in the torso, you feel you do wounds, but it's got tough, almost scaly kind of skin as you get closer and strike this thing.
And them reptile cows I've been hearing about.
A new breed.
Like a lizard cow or something. So she's taken her couple of slashes. She's realized that it's one of them fancy lizard cows, and she probably retreated a bit back to, where the others are. A bit of a human shield type.
Yes.
ACD.
I imagine you run around the side, or do you go back in?
I don't think she's going to be the most nimble and dexterous old Daisy, so I think she'd probably be like behind it off to the side, not inside it.
Cool, yes. So this is fleeing rules. You turn to run around the side of the carriage, and as you do, this beast man is going to swing out at you with its sword. This is going to be an unopposed check because you're fleeing, and he also gets an advantage. So 1 automatic success level. I'm sorry. Oof. But luckily, he fails. You run around to where Dominique Lefrancois is, kind of cowering behind the overturned carriage. As you run around the corner, Dominique and Daisy, you both see now Jurgen, the coachman, the coach driver, has been torn limb to limb, as well as his horse. They both look as though they've been feasted on.
Not the horse.
Well, he died as he lived. No, I can't say I was going anywhere with that, I suppose.
This beast man, you see, has a sword in one hand. He's going to take a step towards you, Rudolf Sperl. It's the one who, kicked open the back of the carriage door and stepped out. As he charges towards you, he's going to swing his sword. Yes, you will need to either use your weapon skill to parry, or you can use dodge to try it. Your dodge skill to try and dodge.
I will use my weapon skill. Trained in the art of combat. What difficulty rating am I? Just average? Is it? Just challenging.
Just average.
Average.
Oh, challenging. Sorry. Yes. 0. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
I am kind of curious what kind of combat training you actually got. Aren't you just an
Digging
old man
graves.
with a mace?
I actually have a Zweihander.
Oh, amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
As this horned beastman brings down his sword, he swings it towards your leg. You, with your Zweihander, unsheathed double-handed sword, you parry this thing.
Damn.
And it is Rudolph's turn.
And I let off a tremble in fear before the son of Moor and the Empire. Yeah. As I stand up with my sword drawn and eyes glowing, and I let off a quick prayer. I'm trying to find, and I look towards. I don't know if I know my companions yet. I'm not sure how long we've been traveling. If I know Daisy's name, I assume it would have been exchanged. And I look towards Daisy. I do not pray for an easy life. Pray for the strength to endure a difficult one, as I give her the blessing of righteousness, as her weapon now counts as magical.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
That's for 6 rounds and 1 target, and it's only in 6 yards, but I assume you're in range there.
Nice. All philosophical meaning completely lost on Daisy about that statement, but she can notice that the dagger looks all shiny and magic imbued. So
Yeah.
she gets it. Not really.
I stand out in the rain, and I'm trying to see who's closest to me. I assume the one that just went for my leg.
There's only one currently.
Oh, sorry. For some reason, I thought there was 2. But that's fine. That makes it all the more easier. I'm going to then, after I deflect that dodge, give the blessing out, swing my Zweihander as hard as I can in the direction of the beastman.
Beautiful. This is, again, just a challenging, because as your combatants, your allies have fled. He's not really outnumbered anymore.
And I assume that's just weapon skill again, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Ouch.
Perhaps a little too distracted from my prayers and fanaticism.
A little overzealous.
Yeah. As you swing for this thing's arm, it just parries you.
An eye for an eye, it seems.
If you have a large and an impressive failure, it's not like you fumble, is it? It's only if you roll a crit. If you roll doubles, like a crit failure, that something bad happens, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, your sword was parried, and Dominique Lefrancois, as you are prone in the mud, looking upon this this dead horse, and Jürgen, the former coachman, you hear more screams. With your, you have the heightened hearing beat, don't you?
Talent? Yes, I have acute sense hearing.
Acute sense hearing talent. You hear more beastly screams, sound as if they're sort of coming closer to your location.
Okay, I think that there are more of them. Perhaps we run? I don't know. Okay, maybe I stab this one. Okay, yeah. And I will, is it... Yeah, I could go through. I guess I'll go around, yeah. I'll go around and try to stab it with my stiletto.
Sure. I mean, if you charge this thing, you can have advantage, 1 point of advantage. If you use all your movement to just charge straight at this thing. And
Sure.
let me
Yes,
look up.
let's do that.
So I will also... It's a lot of rules. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm having a look through
no
this.
problem at all.
So a standard attack is normally challenging. Attacking an opponent engaged in the sides or rear. So I'm going to say, so he's engaged in melee face-to-face with Rudolf right now. You use your movement to run around the cabin and charge this thing with your stiletto. Not only will you have advantage for charging, but the difficulty will be average as well.
Hey.
Is there any bonuses because they're now outnumbering 2 to 1?
Oh, good point. Also, outnumbering 2 to 1 gives you... Outnumbering gives you an average as well. So if you're attacking an opponent, you outnumber 2 to 1. Also, attacking an engaged opponent in the rear. Do they stack when you're setting the difficulties? Combining difficulties? And if the situation would apply 2 or more penalties, simply add the modifiers together. Beautiful. So you charge this thing, attacking it at the side. It's going to be a difficulty of easy with a point of advantage.
And if I click advantage on my character sheet, it'll just roll it with that?
It should add an extra success level. You see that the advantage, you can tick it up to 1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gives you an auto success. Beautiful.
All right, that is a 51. So a success with +3.
Now he's going to try and parry this. Now I wonder if I need to make it more difficult for him. If there is a... No, I guess because the success goes to you. He's not really inhibited, so... He's just going to make a regular parry with his sword, this beast man.
Wow.
You crouch down and charge this thing. You can spot the side, the gap between his ribs and his hip bone where you can pierce with your stiletto. And as you charge with all your force, eyeing the exact spot, extend your arm out, you're going to get it. This sword just whips around and parries you.
I like to think if it's just the Homer Simpson running at the barbecue with the umbrella in the background.
It's very that.
Okay, well, that is me.
It's your movement in action.
Yep.
Little Michel, you are in the back of
So-
this carriage.
Yeah, so he moves back up to the door and he's like, "Die, you little bastard, die!" And he like swirls his sling around and like shoots it through the doorway at the creature.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Do we go back to?
He is outnumbered 3-1, so this is going to be an easy difficulty.
Oh, impressive success.
Amazing.
36.
As you hit this thing right smack bang in the chest.
For 7 plus opposed SL?
Yeah, I
Doesn't get
wondered
anything
about
to
that. Because he doesn't get to oppose it, you still add your success level. So you're just going to do an incredible amount of damage as you hit this thing.
Yeah, I think it's just 7.
Are you sure? With ranged attacks? Because ranged...
Mine's 6 plus 1 anyway because of, I think, one of my talents.
Gotcha. With ranged combat, they're not opposed with
They're not
melee.
opposed.
I think it still does.
Oh, the attack deals an amount of damage equal to the test success level plus the weapon's damage, plus the attacker's strength bonus, but that's only for melee. So my weapon damage is 6, and then I've got a bonus plus 1 from...
Yeah, so we will take the plus
Something.
4 as well, which is going to be... So you're going to deal 11 points of damage. As you hit this thing in the body, you see one of its eyes pop out of its head, and it collapses back.
Okay, that is disgusting.
Could one of you lads just dig out that bullet for me, yeah? I might be able to reuse that one. You get the meaning.
I'm not sure we have time. There's more coming if you did not hear.
You hear a howling.
Yeah, that.
All right, then. Just means you, big fella, you owe me a bullet then. All right, let's go.
Which way?
Which
I
direction
take
does the
it-
sounds coming from?
There are no horses still attached to the car.
No,
Half a horse attached.
there's... Yes, exactly.
Half a horse. Of course.
Well, I don't think we are taking that anywhere.
So I would personally suggest we run in the exact opposite direction to that sound coming from, yeah?
It's kind of difficult to tell where it's coming from as it's bouncing around throughout the wind and the storm. But there's the path that there's the direction you've been coming from down the road, and you know that you've passed nothing in terms of shelter or settlements since you left Ubersreich. So heading onward.
Seems like the only choice.
Exactly.
We must press on. Have you, I'm just going to butcher these accents always. I'm slowly turning into Saltspire, I think. But these beastmen from Darkening Woods, they will come. They're cloven hoof. These beastmen, they are cold. They are less than human, yet something more. And they will hunt us if we do not continue and move.
Yes, I think that is a fine idea, Mr. Priest Man with this scary, enormous sword.
It's just a couple off cows, though, ain't it?
While I feel bad about not burying this into the ground, it will then rot and fester and attract more chaos. We still must move.
Yes, walk and talk. Run and talk. Maybe just run.
Yeah. Maybe they'll stop for a meal though too, so we might give us a little bit of time to run a bit further. So basically, what you're saying, Priesty boy, is not be the slowest person. Yeah.
Nick is
The
just
sailor is
freaking down
smart.
the road at this point.
yeah. Dominic's already gone.
Izzy's striving to hear because she's already way at the back of the group, fully behind. What was that? What's this
Run
one?
faster, lass. Run faster.
Like picks up her skirts and hobbles a little quicker.
I often know real good inspiration as I sort of recount old tales. You know, if they run, they will claw us into the dirt. They'll gnaw our bones. If we surrender, they will blind us. If we fight, they will probably hack and rip us. So many deaths. What will we choose as we keep running?
They teach real good morale boosting speeches at your priesthood, don't they, lad?
Death is not to be feared, son. We are all children of more now.
Well, you're welcome to a beastman's death, lad, but I, on the other hand, would much rather die the ripe old age of about 33 in me bed, thank you.
33.
Dominique Lefrancois, with your hearing, you hear the howling of, well, it sounds like a dog, but, you know, it's loud, it's piercing as it cries out, coming from ahead of you. And as lightning strikes, you see 3 figures blocking the road ahead. 2 of them look human-shaped. One of them seems to have long, dog-like legs with a thin, emaciated body. And just the shadow, the silhouette of an oversized dog's head.
Do they see me? Is there...
They've seen you.
Oh.
You would know that beastmen
the other way.
can see in the night, and they are going to charge you.
How far away is it?
About 16 yards.
Oh, so within range of a sling bullet, you're saying?
Absolutely within range from a sling bullet. I would like initiative again from everyone.
I turn to Mr. Sealer. Like I said, so many deaths. Which will you choose? As we then draw our weapons, I assume.
I didn't put mine away.
Yeah, good.
To be fair, it's literally a sling, so it's just a wrapping of leather around his arm. So, where are we? Initiative.
Mr. Michel.
A 4.
Incredible. Rudolf?
50?
15?
A 50, sorry.
50. Beautiful. Miss Daisy Doobles.
Astounding failure 94.
94. Incredible. And Dominique Lefrancois.
I got a marginal failure with a 56.
56. Amazing. All right. Michel Sealer is the first to go. What do you do?
So the weirdest looking one in the middle is the one I'm going to try and hammer in between the eyes, hopefully, with a sling bullet. So I'm just guessing this is a normal challenging roll.
This is just a regular attack, ranged attack.
Oh, that's a marginal failure.
Brutal.
Swing no ding.
It is quite rainy.
Exactly. You don't even see where it's gone as you throw this thing into the storm.
And then he'll kind of slow down a little bit and let the other 3 kind of overtake him as well. And if that requires backtracking, he will backtrack to be behind everybody.
No problem. In that case, as this canine-esque beast man howls up one final time, it charges down towards the 4 of you. As you see, it sort of puts its hands up and extends these long claws, and it is going to use all of its movement to charge, and it's going to strike at Rudolf Sperl, the one with the largest sword.
And I still use a weapon skill or a dodge if I was
You can use either. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, you may use a weapon skill to parry, or use dodge, try and get out of the way.
0 challenge rating?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh god.
But that was a 92. It's just for... I realise they can't see it, can they?
No. 92, so that is an impressive failure. -5.
I'll take the impressive.
As this thing extends its claws and goes out to strike you, it is going to do 8 wounds. Now the wounds, well, as it strikes you in your right leg, it's going to do 8 points of wounds. They're first absorbed by your armor and then by your toughness bonus. I assume you're just wearing regular pants, so there's no armor, but whatever your toughness bonus is, it'll absorb those points first.
Oh, of course, because it targets areas. It's going to be like, I am wearing armor, but on the body, not the legs. So yeah, it's just toughness. So if I go over to...
Damn those stripy pantaloons.
yeah, the bare spot. 28. And I need to
There should be a bonus rating. So toughness is 28. It's 30. So your bonus will be 3.
Three. Sorry, of course. So I just minus the 3 from the 8.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
I think bonus ratings are if you've got if the skill's in your 20s, it's a 2. If the skill's in the 30s, it's a 3. So it's a 3. So you will take 8 wounds to your right leg minus 3. So you'll take 5 wounds to your right leg.
Oh yes, I see. Okay.
You want to add that to your current wounds. I think your max wounds, most people's max wounds are sort of between like 10 and 14.
Yeah. Mine's 12.
All right.
5 wounds. I spend my blood willingly as I spit at him.
As you say that, it is your turn, Rudolf.
Oh, well, great. As I stand up with absolute fury in, Moor's fury throws through those who serve him, and I swing my Zweihander in probably a recklessly aggressive way towards him. Or it, or her, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter to me.
Yes.
It's chaos spawn, it's filth. The stench alone is appalling, and I have a keen sense of smell, and it bothers me greatly.
Stink of foul, corrupted human combined with wet dog.
Yeah, the perfect combination. I get a 23, which is a success plus 3. So
Beautiful. 23. The Zweihander does 8 damage plus 3, so 11 damage.
And it looks like I was going for the right arm.
Amazing. I imagine the hand that claws your leg. Beautiful. Again, this thing has very tough, almost scaly skin on the body. 5 of that will get absorbed.
May you be gone, foul heretic. As I stand up with my bloody leg after my blow, I strip across it. And I sort of look to the others to corral them in the way and be like, thrice the glory, don't hold back.
Incredible. Amazing. So you deal 11 wounds, although 5 of those are absorbed, so this thing takes 6 wounds to its right arm as you take a chunk out of it. Beautiful. Tick up, I think it's probably better to do it now, until something happens and we can tick it back down. Tick up a point of advantage, because every time you get a nice hit like that, it's good to remember for the next round as well.
This might be a stupid question, but I assume the things we're against also get the minus and plus.
Yes, enemies do as well.
Lord. Okay, great, cool.
But you landed a successful hit, so it resets. Advantage.
Oh, of course.
Actually, it's a good question. Does it reset or does it just go down 1 if you?
Oh yeah, true. Sorry, I'm always derailing.
No, I mean, I could have spent more time reading.
Oh, it's a deep game.
Reading and studying the rules, but I was busy playing Call of Cthulhu. So.
Yeah, we're learning together.
Priorities.
I mean, to me, on the surface, that sounds right. Just you go up and down 1, lose it. But
I think there are certain things that will reset it completely, and then I think there
like
are
crit, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, and obviously like dying, but yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Also, I don't know what the qualities of my weapon are, if that matters. That it has damaging and hack. Not sure. I'd have to look that up. You would hope all weapons have damaging, though, right?
Hack is...
Terrible.
It can hack through armor with horrific ease. If you hit an opponent, you damage a struck piece of armor or shield by 1 point, as well as wounding the target.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you need to remember that. That's beautiful.
How can I direct hits to locations, or is it still kind of on the random field, like?
No. Hit locations are determined by what you roll. Roll20 is working it out for us, but there is a little table that you consult. It's in the rules that shows whatever you roll, it'll determine where you hit based on the numbers that you roll.
That's nice. I kind of like it because, like, the emotion of the fight, you're not like you're wildly stabbing, but obviously as you get better, you would hit more accurately.
Yeah, I think it's something kind of cool as well as like seeing people. It's like there's a finality to it. It's not like the DM saying, "Oh, this person gets hit by an arrow and dies." It's like they get hit by an arrow in the head. Yeah, that is what it is. That is what they're all, and they fall to the ground dead.
And it's an impressive failure.
Exactly. Everyone is impressed. Yes, sorry.
Everyone is impressed.
Okay, great. So you.
Right, that's my turn.
The ways that you gain advantage are obviously by winning an opposed test during combat. If you use all your movement to charge, or if you use your movement to charge in headlong into combat, you get an advantage as well. If someone's surprised, you get a point of advantage. Losing advantage, if you suffer any conditions, lose any wounds, you automatically lose all advantage.
Ah, okay, cool.
So there you go. And obviously once the combat's over, it doesn't carry on. It's just for that combat. So yes, so that beast man loses his advantage as you hack into his right arm. Dominique Lefrancois.
Okay, so how close am I to them right now?
They are the Beastman and Rudolf Spurl. They are about 6 yards away from you, as you were sort of right in this line. As this Beastman is charged, the other 2 are about 16 yards away.
They're 16 yards away from me?
Yes, down the road. The 2 mutants, more human-like mutants, but the Beastman is right next to you.
Okay, I will stab the Beastman.
Of course.
I've been inspired by this crazy priest and his wild fanaticism.
As he's engaged with Rudolf.
Would be average, plus 20?
Will be average.
No. I have an impressive failure with a 97.
Incredible. He's going to make a dodge.
Well, I just realized how useless that blessing was I gave you, Ember.
I'm waiting to use it. I'm like, just get me in there.
Well,
In the game, coach.
It hasn't been 6 rounds.
I've been
yet.
reading about it, and I thought that was like some huge plus thing. It really helps if the thing with Ursing doesn't take normal damage. I should really read my spell cards. However, it looks cool.
Hey, it does, and I mean that's really what the morale bolstering is.
Might make you
about.
feel safer, yeah.
Know that I have something shiny. That's what matters. The peasant, this is a huge moment in my life. Heading to the death or no.
Okay. Dominique Lefrancois. Yes, you swing out at this Beastman, but you slide slightly in the mud and miss. These 2 other mutants.
Can I use the rest of my movement to run away?
I'll say you're prone from the impressive failure, so you can crawl away. Well, it takes half speed, basically, and get up as you do it. It takes sort of half your movement to get up. It's prone. And you run away. You can run 4 times your movement in yards away.
Yeah, I will move max.
Well, actually, sorry, to be 2
amount.
because, so 2 times your movement in yards. So what's your movement?
4.
Cool. Are you running back down the road, or are you trying to run off the road?
Straight back towards the remaining group members.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you run back away from these mutants, you're hanging back slightly, so is Michel, right up the front, Rudolf and Daisy Doubles. So one of these mutants is going to charge completely headway into Daisy.
I.e. the Doobster.
Into the Doobster. As it uses its full movement to completely charge you. You see this thing has a some kind of crude club that it's going to beat you with.
Can I try and dodge the vicious clubbing?
Absolutely. It's going to roll. Rolled a 45, which is a marginal failure. So just don't fail by more than that.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You are rolling, if you're choosing to dodge, rolling the dodge skill,
right.
just at a challenging.
You can also choose to do nothing, though, right?
If you... I'm not sure. I guess so, yeah. If it's a failure, it just means nothing happens. It's a good...
So I don't roll?
Yeah, I guess that makes point. That makes a good point. So yeah, we'll just say it's a marginal failure. So as this thing charges you and hits you with its club, it sort of struggles to see in the stormy night, and it swings too early and just misses you. Misses the Doobster, so you don't need to make any rolls.
Alright, and there's no, like, attack of opportunity or anything style in this game?
No.
Yeah. All good.
Unfortunately
Just
not.
checking.
I think there are skills for it, but none of us have it yet.
Like special talents and stuff.
Yeah,
Someone
I think
fails.
there's definitely talents for stuff, but
With the melee stuff, I think because they are always opposed tests, I think you have to kind of choose whether you're using weapon skill or dodge before the rolls kind of happen, I think.
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah, true.
We should say that. Yeah, you should say what you're doing before each of us roll, because Rudolf, this other mutant, is charging you, even though you're already engaged with this beast man. So you sort of hacked into this dog man's arm. This other mutant uses his full movement to run at you with his club, and he's going to swing that at you. He is going to do that as an average as well. Going to have a bit of a bonus. Are you going to dodge or parry?
To me, in the series, I've thrown my weapon down. I'm gonna try and like dodge, as if because I've swung down onto the beastman through the arm. I imagine my blade is down, so it makes sense to me in this situation. Someone comes blindsiding me, I will try and jump or roll.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, success!
Is a success. Ooh.
Damn.
Now, when you're doing a standard test... Oh, sorry, you rolled...
Oh, yeah.
What did you roll?
I just realized 3.
Incredible. When you're doing a standard test, I believe anything between like 0... or anything between 1 and 5 is an automatic... You automatically pass. Obviously, because this is a contest, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But,
I was wondering if... I was always wondering if I had to, because when you've got marginal success and you're challenging me, do I then need to do like a -1 or something into? Maybe I've thought that from a different system.
No,
I would
it's
have seen that.
So whoever has the most success levels wins.
Oh, okay, right.
yes.
Okay, easy.
So you
However,
dodge
I've rolled that wrong, was it? Because that was just done as a straight dodge, whereas I should probably have done that as a...
No, that's right. Use the dodge skill.
Oh, sorry, I thought I'd click Dex. Yeah, okay.
If the attacker scores more success levels than the defender, it's a successful hit.
Okay.
So you scored more success levels than the attacker, so it is not a successful hit.
Oh, well, then I just slide away from that.
As this club comes down towards your head, you just...
And you get another advantage as well.
Yes, and he loses his advantage.
I love that. I like how it builds.
That's very nice.
And I sort of let out if I'm able to. Back, await your turn at judgment, heretical one.
This thing's
So I
just...
slide out of that.
You see as this thing looks at you, it has less of a face and more of just a bare skull as lightning strikes and properly illuminates it.
I really wish I didn't have keen sense of smell.
Oh, the flesh is awful.
Luckily, I have the talent of strong-minded.
What does that do?
Just my resolve, so I can't be broken as easily. From
If you have to make fear, because you have to make cool checks to overcome fear.
I also can sing, but we'll worry about that later.
Nicely done. Beautiful. So this mutant charges and swings at you, and you dodge out of the way. The other one tries to swing at you, Daisy, but comes up short. Now there's this mutant that you're face to face with as you see its large eyes bulging out of its head, club in one hand.
My new shiny and clearly much more effective dagger. I'm gonna take a few slashes towards its like face and neck.
Dagger time. Nice.
It's definitely dagger time.
He is
Dagger
going to
Daisy.
try and duck out of the way, so I'm gonna roll a dodge. You roll your dagger skills, and mutant's gonna roll a dodge.
Is that an easy? No, it's challenging because we're like 3-on-3 now, right?
Yeah, exactly. This is just standard sort of one-on-one combat between you and it.
Oh, it's a failure, unfortunately. 65.
It's alright, this thing kind of just sort of bobs and weaves out of the way as you swing your dagger at it.
The magic takes a while to affect.
Aye. Shoo! It won't shoo!
Michel, you've got a couple of feet between you and the brawl. There are two mutants close up, and then of course the beast man in the middle.
Yes, that sounds about right. Yeah, I suppose he's still got his sling out, so he may as well try and whip one of the Beastmen himself. Which I think is just going to be a normal, challenging... Yep. Ah, damn it. Marginal failure. Another lead bullet flies off into the unknown.
No, I will actually say it's... No, I won't say it's challenging, because he's already engaged with Rudolf. So as you kind of get him in the side, I will say it's actually easy. So you can add up 20 to that.
Oh, in which case that would hit for 6.
It'd be 57?
So that would be a 57, so that would be a...
2 success levels.
2 successes, yeah. So that would be an 8 points of damage then. And it's a body shot again.
8 points of damage to the body. That's going to be absorbed by... So 5 of those are going to be absorbed, so it's going to take 3 points as you hit this thing in the body. Nicely done. This thing's, looking a little beat up, but it's just still towering over Rudolf. This is about to...
an advantage for that.
Absolutely, yes, please do. Rudolf, this beast man cops a sling to the chest, but it's still towering over you, and it is going to sink its teeth, or at least attempt to sink its teeth down in you with its large dog-like head.
We can try.
You can parry with your sword, or you can again try and dodge out of the way.
Yeah, this is the one that I'm engaged with, directly?
Yes, you just hacked into its arm.
I will use my weapon. That makes sense that I'm already locked into it. I'll use my weapon skill for this one.
Yeah, of course. Nicely done. Oof.
Okay, I've got my work cut out for me.
This thing rolled a 15, meaning 3 successes.
Let's see if more shines on me. It does. Yep. A 43, a marginal failure. It's a
0 successes. So this thing is going to do 9 wounds to the body.
Luckily, I can.
That'll first get absorbed by it'll first get absorbed by your armor, then your toughness.
Yes. So I can at least take 4 of them off.
4 of them off.
So that's another 5.
So 5 wounds you will take.
Yeah.
Must be looking bad.
You know what? I'm strangely resolute, but only in optimism, not in the way my body is holding me up. So justice will find me. Light will not abandon me, as I'm sort of holding the weight a bit of myself on the sword hilt.
The beast man, you feel its teeth, its canine teeth, chomp down into your chest as it pulls its head back. You see part of your... it didn't break through the armor, but you feel the crushing pain in your ribs and in your chest where it bit down. And it is your turn, Rudolf Sperl.
All right. I am going to just have a quick gander through some of my prayers. They're really only good for everyone around me. For when, in very particular situations. The one thing that's interested me, but although I'm not going to meta too hard, is the Blessing of Fortune, where your target's next failed test may be re-rolled. So I'm not sure if that's in combat or just in any test.
Just as next test, yeah.
So I think I will pray, and with a blessing, it's to me or to anyone. So I'm going to bless selfishly myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as I stand and I go, "You have been judged, Beastman, and for your crime, your sentence, your foul existence is death." As after blessing myself with the prayer of fortune, I'm gonna Zweihander him.
Now, are these prayers? They're not magic, are they?
No, they're just sort of like boons.
That's
so I can.
Great, yeah.
Yes,
You don't need to make a test, yeah.
They're useless.
No, the one thing you can do, divine manifestations, however, as subtle as they are, so they're just little sort of buffs. You can decide if the god is not favoring me at the time, or if I've done something against my holy order, or the portents don't seem well. You can actually change them.
Oh, that's cool.
Revert them. So it does depend on. So say if I did a divine righteousness on something that wasn't righteous, or something, things like that, or if I had been performing undue to my holy order, I suppose. And the more you do them, you can say I'm being selfish.
Yes.
So you could actually penance me in the sense that I am casting a blessing on myself. So we could do we could do a rating. We could easily do a roll for this. I think that might make sense, considering the order of more is to serve others.
If the gods will bless you or not. That is a good point. I was going to say it's probably not. The gods probably wouldn't frown on you, but maybe they would. So
yeah, you're not as punished as much as you are with spells. Like a miracle.
No, spells literally like corrupt you and change you, but so it's not going to do that.
But I know there is definitely a penance. Sorry, some of the Wrath of the Gods result require penance. The GM can decide upon a suitable penance depending on your misdeed, or they may prefer you to choose your own penance, with further punishment awaiting your... Okay, examples... Basically what we were saying here before. I'm just trying to see what check I'd have to roll. If you are not worthy of such a contact, the penance may be conveyed through another member of your cult. GM should consider sins. Okay, so we could call upon a sin, I think, is what's in order. Sorry to derail, but I think it's kind of fun to explore the full aspect of the game system.
I agree.
Yeah, you want to know what you're doing and what's like.
Yeah.
Because I've got prayers, blessings, and miracles.
So it's a blessing.
Blessings of penance, and you're a priest of more.
Yeah. Or if they don't have the exact cult there, it can be just do me as any of the priests.
Oh no, they do. Absolutely.
Oh, cool.
It's a sin. Here we are. Sin. I will say absolutely you can cast it. So first you cast the prayer on yourself, correct?
Yes. So going forward, I can re-roll.
And I will let you make that attack with the where you get to re-roll. Is it you get to re-roll your next test, your next failed test? You get to re-roll.
Yeah, my next failed.
So you bless yourself with the blessings of more, and you feel, the divine energy flow through you all the way to the tip of your sword. As you tower over this dog-like beast man. You may make a weapons attack.
Marginal failure at 71. As I stand up and be like, you cannot escape judgment.
You get to re-roll.
Maybe. I get to re-roll it, so let's... The interesting thing about the little note there, not to continually be annoying and derailing, is that the target's next fail test may be re-rolled. The re-roll must stand, so I assume the next one just you have to play the next one, right? Is that what that means by that? Okay, cool. I didn't know if it meant you just kept going. Oh, Christ. Then it makes it worse, right?
And now there are things called sin points. You are going to get a sin point.
Yes, that makes sense.
So you gain a point of sin, and you fail both of those attempts to strike down this beast man.
More is not shining on me today.
Dominique Lefrancois, you are currently... Well, you were next to the beast man, right? You tried to strike him, and then you've moved back. So you're down next to Michel, sort of watching this unfold.
I will rush forward, brandishing my very small knife, and I will try and stab it again.
Going for the big one, the beast man, not the other two mutants?
Yes.
Charge this thing? Nice. So give yourself one advantage because you're charging, and also this will be an average difficulty.
It's a dangerous game.
73. Marginal failure.
Brutal.
It is when we've apparently ticked off Iron Jesus.
That's brutal.
Well, yeah, that's probably not going to hit, so I will run away.
Yeah, so you weren't actually too far away last time because you were crawling away in the mud. So you run up, attempt to strike this thing, and you can pretty much move back to exactly where you were.
Okay.
Fleeing rules, however, will still apply. But something you can do if you want to disengage, is to lose your advantage, because I know you have 1 point of advantage. You can lose your advantage and spend that to turn and flee. So you do that, and Daisy Doobles, you are toe-to-toe with one of these mutants, the one with the bulgy eyes and fucked up looking face, and he is going to try and club you.
I love that's how its defining characteristics are. They both look fucked up to all of us.
Yeah.
The other bulging one.
Well, the other one's just a skull for a head. This one has a face.
Yeah, true.
It just looks like
But
it's
it's
been
quite
smushed in so much that the eyes are now exploding out. He's going to strike you with his club. Do you parry? Do you dodge?
What's the difference between parrying and dodge? Like,
You'll have different skills, depends on which skill you like and how you want to do it.
Parry or dodge.
Yeah, if
Fair
you want
enough.
easier for weapon or jump.
I think my dodge is going to be the better stat, but I'm just checking. Parry.
It's just weapon skill.
Just your weapon skill. You just make like a
skill.
weapons attack, like as it makes a weapons attack.
Got you. Well,
Like you're hoping to strike its weapon with yours.
Yeah, exactly.
got you. No, I'm just going to go straight dodge, I think.
Cool. Please make a dodge test.
Challenge.
Challenging, yes.
Challenging. That's a impressive failure. Oh, wait.
Holy shit. Okay.
Daisy's losing a limb.
As you try to jump out of the way, this thing rolled a 2, an impressive success. Well, just a success, but 3 success levels. So this thing is going to deal
It's not 14 damage, is it?
7 plus 3 plus 4. So you failed minus 4. So this thing's going to deal 14 wounds to your left arm. First, it will be absorbed by your toughness and your armor. I assume Daisy's not wearing armor, but your toughness bonus should be at least a 3.
Yes.
Okay.
TB.
So 3 of those will get absorbed by a toughness bonus. So this thing is going to deal 11 wounds to your left arm, or 11 wounds.
Current wounds being
11.
Yeah.
Is that your wound total?
Yeah, that's before I take this damage.
Yes, sorry. It should be going down. So you have 11 wounds, but now you've taken 11 wound points, so it goes down to 0, which means you fall prone. And you are now on 0 wounds. And if you stay on 0 wounds for more than your toughness bonus in rounds, so for more than 3 rounds, then you pass out. But for now, you are on the ground, wincing in pain from the hit that you received on your left arm. That was one of the mutants. The other mutant is next to Rudolf Spurl, and it is going to attempt to club Rudolf as you're engaged with this beast man. So I assume you'll be using dodge for this one.
Yeah, that's all. All I can do is shimmy.
No problem.
In my advantage, I only add that as the SL modifier to attacks, right? Or to everything that I'm doing within combat.
Everything you do within combat gives you a success level.
So I've just done the dodge roll. If it does.
Oh, incredible. You rolled a 1.
Wow, nice.
So add another point of advantage. As this mutant tries to strike you, you see Daisy get clobbered in the arm and collapse in her left arm. Daisy, you are prone, and there is this mutant standing over you that just clobbered you in the arm. You can attack, or you can crawl. But because you are on 0 wounds, you cannot get up. But this thing's right next to you anyway. Unless you want to go for the dog beast man. But there's he's engaged with Rudolf just to your left.
Not sure. Rudolph seems like he's handling that well. Is right up his alley, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy will stick with the one right next to her, and she'll take some slashy magical dagger.
Oh, yeah.
For, like, its eyes, its face. It's not playing around with no silly demon cow.
Please make an attack roll.
Oof, my failure is certainly impressive at a 95.
Jeez.
Ouch.
Right. Daisy was not expecting this in her lovely afternoon chariot ride.
Things are
Shockingly, the
not going
peasant
well.
is not very effective.
Michel, you're seeing this going on. Rudolf is currently engaged in melee with both one mutant and the horned beast man. Daisy has just been knocked down once by this other mutant.
So I believe I attacked the beastman before, though, didn't I?
You did, and you got him.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to just hammer another sling into him. As much as Daisy may have just dropped, Rudolf is by himself against two people. So I'm going to take a swing. So what is the challenge rating?
If you're shooting at less... What's the weapon's range?
60 feet.
60? So if you're shooting at less
60
than...
yards or whatever it is.
Yeah, 60 yards. So you're... you're about 20 or so yards away, so it'll be an average difficulty because you're shooting within half of the range. So you get a bit of a bonus.
Perfect. All right. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my god.
The perfect 100.
I never thought I'd see it.
At a target of 60, but...
If only 100 was good,
Wow.
Beautiful thing.
this fight would be going completely the other way.
I don't think we could be more impressed by your failure, though. Like, that's on the plus side. You've got that going.
I can't believe Nuffle hates us so much.
Yeah, wow.
Most impressive failure.
As another lead bullet goes sailing into the darkness. Luckily, I don't lose advantage. That's all I worried about at that point.
You don't lose advantage? It's a good question.
No, so you only lose advantage if you get, where was it? You lose all accrued advantage if you lose an opposed test or take a wound.
Nice, yeah, beautiful. That's good. So you try and fire off this thing, but it just falls out the back before you even fire off your bullet. Rudolph, this beast man that you're engaged with, is again going to try and bite down and chomp you.
We can try. I'm pretty dexterous with my old Zvai hander. So I'll have my weapon ready to parry. Or attempt to.
Oh, damn.
That means I don't need to roll, does it?
You still need to, because you could technically fail worse.
Yes,
True.
you still need to roll.
With our rolls tonight. Do I need to change challenge rating now that there's two against me?
No, that's fine for now because there's all of you in the fray, kind of close enough, and he's getting hit by as he's getting sort of pelted by slings and stuff. He's kind of, it's fine. It's not technically 2 against 1.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
My god.
So what happens in this
That's not
case?
good.
So
And
the Beastman scores a marginal
He
failure.
actually ends up with a +4 success. Because with an opposed check, what you actually look for is the difference.
Yes.
So even if you're both negative, it's the difference between them. So he actually ends up succeeding with +4.
Is that right? So even if you fail but still succeed...
Yeah,
Because-
so for the example they give, for instance, the GM calls for an opposed haggle. So the player rolls a 51, so he goes 1 over -1. The vendor rolls a 69. He goes 2 over at -2. So essentially, even though they're both in negatives, the winner is actually the player who has a final of +1.
Yeah.
It was a clumsy exchange, but the player still ended up winning. So you can still beat the crap out of somebody even if you fail because they're failed.
You scored more SL.
Yeah.
So this Beastman scored a marginal failure, -1. But Rudolph, while defending, you rolled a 98, which is an impressive failure of -5, meaning the bite success level is going to be 4. Damn. So it's going to do 6 + 4 damage on your left arm, Spurl.
Fortunately for me, there is no armor there.
But still absorbed by your toughness.
So 3 goes into that.
6 + 4, 10 -3, so you take 7 wounds.
Definitely exceeding the max there.
Does it exceed or does it equal?
So, no, it doesn't equal. I'm now 5 over.
5 over.
So that goes into critical. Sorry, my max is 12 wounds, and I'm already at 10.
Oh god, yes. So if
And then I need to exceed a certain amount, so they become critical wounds, I assume.
Yeah, so you fall prone. If you take negative wounds, you suffer a critical wound. So you need to roll a D100.
84?
4 bleeding conditions. Any wounds you have received to the affected hit location will also inflict 2 bleeding conditions as the tears open for the next 4... As the tears reopen for the next 4 weeks. So your muscles are flensed by this bite, and you suffer 4 bleeding conditions. You're bleeding badly, lose 1 wound at the end of every round. Oh my god.
As soon as you go below negative, it goes back up to 0 anyway, and you suffer a wound.
Yeah, so you're back on 0 instead of in the negative. You are going to lose 4 wounds at the end of every round. You're going to lose 1 wound per every bleeding condition you have. You have 4, so at the end of every round, you're going to lose 4 more wounds. You're not passed out. You will pass out after as many rounds as your toughness bonus.
Yep.
But you are bleeding. You're bleeding out as this thing bites and sinks its teeth into your left arm. Yes, you're knocked prone.
Nice.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm like, righteousness, do not fail me now.
And it is your turn.
Sort of like blustering around. It's my turn. No, what a turn this will be. So prone, and I'm not in a good shape. I'm not sure if there's much I can do if I can fight at this. The one thing I did read, so I have to correct myself before when we were doing blessings. I technically I was meant to make a test before.
Okay.
But it's a very simple test. And luckily before the test I did for Ambers, it meant nothing because magical weapons mean nothing for what you're fighting.
Yes.
Kind of funny that you're not getting any advantage in any of your combat anyway.
No, I was thinking that. I was like, the magical weapon's not going to do anything for these creatures.
And even the one before that I failed. So I will still take the sin, though, however, so we'll assume it was. They're very simple tests, luckily, but just for future reference for those people playing.
Yeah,
before,
cool.
There is a minor test you need to do.
Yeah, all kinds of magic, and I guess that includes prayers and blessings as well. You have to do a test to see if you succeed.
They're just not as extreme as, say, a wizard letting off something crazy, chaotic spell. Okay, so I'm trying to think what I can do being at 0 at the moment, and I'm prone. So I can just stand up, I assume.
Yes, yeah. So you haven't passed out yet, so you can use half your movement to stand up, and you can attack this thing and try and finish it off.
I definitely will. I will get more to bless this ragged body as I stand up bleeding. Not too worried about death. The body is just a mortal shell anyway, after all. It is a vessel of which the hammer will come down upon those that I do not agree with. So I attack the beast, the most vicious, strongest horned, chaos-looking thing in front of me.
Right. You lose all your advantage, of course.
Sadly, yeah. Is challenge rating any different for me being at 0?
No, not at this point.
Cool. And good. And I'm glad Moore has completely abandoned me.
Are you kidding me?
Darkness all around.
What did you roll?
I mean, it's possible for the creature to fail.
I rolled a 98, which is an impressive failure. A -4.
You rolled a 98 again as well.
The creature to fail worse.
That's true. There is a slight possibility that the gods are playing with us. Come on. Surely the chaos gods don't favor them as much as our gods.
Oh my god.
Told ya.
Oh my god.
Wow.
And that's with advantage as well. So I rolled a 72 with this against this thing's skill to dodge, which was an impressive failure of -5. So even with an impressive failure of -4 with the Zweihander, you somehow clumsily managed to connect the blade with this beast man for a success level of 1.
Oh, wild.
So
there's still life in me yet.
The damage of the Zweihander is 8, correct? So 8 plus 1, so 9 damage. 5 of it absorbed, meaning this thing's going to take 4 wounds. Now, let me ask you a question. How many wounds do you think this thing has left? It had 3.
He's on 1. Oh, okay, nice.
So, and this is very appropriate as well. If you want to look at the hit location, tell me how you sort of do this.
Oh, nice. The left leg. So I was knocked prone down as the water drops start filling in my eyelids, and I get that sense this is not the dooming I was prescribed. As I stand, knee up, I'm not fully standard. I'm almost sort of like, we put one knee up, one leg still down, and I swing wildly as my Zweihander comes down upon his leg, trying to smote his ruin, this chaotic demon that I despise and hate. And it sort of is such a quick slash, and a lightning bolt has flashed, and then I look up to see what I've done. And I imagine a leg is no longer there.
You see you've hacked through this thing's dog-like leg, and you see it loses balance and begins to collapse down as it falls backwards in the mud with one final howl of pain. And the 2 other mutants, Skullface and Beady Eyes, armed with clubs, are going to make willpower checks. Which I assume is called?
Shall cleanse thee all as I look up. I'm not, fully satisfied with it. It's sort of, this is what needed to be done, and it's not over yet.
Holy shit. I rolled a 66, a critical failure. You see, as you hack one leg of this beast man off and it collapses backwards into the mud, you look up at these other 2 mutants. What do you say?
I said, I shall cleanse thee all. My time is not done yet. As I'm slowly rising as I standing up from where I was just one leg up. Oh, sorry, kneed up in the dirt.
And you see, they kind of look at each other. Run! And they turn to leg it through the storm and through the winds and into the forest.
Righteous feel no pain. However, I am not feeling too good.
As you say, as you pass.
Yes. It's like that, yeah. I take another 4 wounds, right? Right after that moment?
You will take another 4 wounds. Now, regaining wounds, the thing is because Daisy Doobles is currently...
He's going to drop.
Yeah.
So I can actually heal.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
I can technically patch them up.
Beautiful.
Um,
And I'm actually not too bad at it. Problem is, if he loses 4 more wounds, doesn't he then drop back below 0 and take another critical hit?
I'm not sure if is it my turn or the full turn?
Well, even then, my turn doesn't start until the beginning of the next round.
Good point.
Yeah, so you're going to take another... Before Michael can even get to you, you're going to take another 4 wounds.
So another critical wound table roll.
Ah, okay, so that's another D100, yeah?
The thing is that you can either heal him of his wounds, or you can do a heal. If you have healing, if anyone has a healing skill, you can do a heal test to try and remove the bleeding conditions.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing on my turn after we see whatever his next wound.
Oh. Although I'd be praying myself, I can do a remove any one condition. So I'm not sure if that's... Bleeding is a condition.
Bleeding is a condition.
But, so maybe we fix so we do an actual proper blessings test, and I may get sin for this.
So, okay.
Although I can't, I've just done combat.
So you've had your turn. So first of all, you've had your turn. As you sort of shout at these mutants as they run off into the woods. So Rudolf, you take another 4 wounds, which is going to put you in negative. So we're going to need to roll the critical wound table again.
It's okay. From my act of defiance there, I'm pretty sure I'm in Moore's hands. It's a 3.
Oh, God.
You gain another bleeding condition.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, I will run up to beside him and attempt to heal. I'm pretty sure it's just a challenging one, isn't it?
This will be a challenging heal test. Yes.
Oh dear.
Every success level is going to remove one condition.
I mean, I stopped 2 bleed.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So 25.
Better than a minus.
Success level. You give him extra wounds. So you heal 2 of those bleeding conditions. You now have 3 bleeding conditions.
Yes.
And also, if you and then it is Rudolph's turn, of course, before the end of the round. So if Rudolph would like to attempt to heal himself, also that can happen.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm pretty sure I definitely have heal. So, going to look at myself, and I'm going to get more to bless this ragged body as I attempt to try and heal myself. So I'm trying to fix the open wounds on my body.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what the challenge rating. I can't remember what you rolled before. It was on myself.
A challenging heal.
It's 47. Marginal success.
So it's 1 SL. So you now have 2 bleeding condition.
We're getting there.
As we get to the end of this round, I'm assuming Daisy and Dominique can't really do much. Daisy, you feel your vision begin to blur. You get lightheaded, and you're going to collapse and pass out from the pain of your arm. You're just unconscious, though. You're not...
Did Daisy actually hit anything?
Daisy got some slashes in on the first guy.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, neither did I, so it's fine.
And as the round ticks over, does this mean...
2 bleed.
2 bleed. So you take another 2 wounds.
Down we go.
So I need another 100 on the critical on the wounds table.
Christ. Come on. A 9.
9. This is
God.
another gash, meaning you have 3.
Oh god, I'm just opening up.
3 bleeding conditions. So first,
Stigmata?
Oh my god.
How do you know if you can heal? Like, you just have the skill, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, like my character is surprisingly intelligent, so that kind of links directly to healing. I might actually attempt to give him some wounds this time.
Yeah.
Of course.
Another 3. So that means I now have 5 bleed damage per round, right?
No, because I healed 2 and you healed 1, so you were down to 2.
No, you've gained
I just
1
gained
more.
another.
3. You just gained 1 more.
Oh, just 1 more.
So you're back up to 3. Yes.
So back to 3. Yeah, easy.
So what kind of challenge rating is it if I'm trying to give him wounds back?
It is challenging, and you get
Still challenging?
yeah one wound per SL plus your intelligence bonus though.
Ooh, perfect. 7 wounds back.
Nice.
So you're still bleeding, but you have 7 wounds now. So you've got 2 rounds to kind of figure yourself out.
But don't I have to go through my negative? So wouldn't I be at 2?
No, it resets back to
Starting
0. Every time you're taking a condition from the crit, from the wounds table, it's resetting back to 0. Yeah. So then now you're up to 7, which is good. So you're almost at full.
So yeah, awesome. I'm going to, because it only removes 1 condition, I need to remove 3 conditions, correct?
Yes.
Of bleed. So I'm just going to try and heal and pray for a crit. As I frantically in the rain, it's been pretty difficult because it's, the bandages are getting wet and there's mud everywhere and beastman filth. Keeping this wrapped has been tough. Difficulty just challenging?
Yes.
Okay, no worries.
Hey.
Nice.
That's okay. You heal 1 success level. Roll to 42, target 54, so marginal success. Yep. So you heal down to 2 bleeding conditions, which means as you...
I'll just take the 2 straight away.
Yeah, as the round ticks over, as you all sort of carry on down the road, you take just 2 wounds. Yep. You lose 2 wounds, yeah.
So you're still up, and I'll attempt to try and... Hold on, priest. We'll take care of you. Take care of you, lad.
Oh, I had merely a flesh wound. As I sort of babble, but it's not really...
That's it.
English.
That's exactly what I needed.
Beautiful. Michel Sealer, you successfully patch Rudolf Sperl up and stop all of the bleeding. But Rudolf, you do still have some lingering effects from your flensed muscle. So for the next 4 weeks, any wounds that you receive now in that arm will also inflict 2 bleeding conditions as the wound tears open.
Nice.
Excuse me, priest. Do you think you can maybe try and patch up the lass? She seems to be a bit out of it. You're better at the heal skill than me, so...
Yeah. Life will not take her. By the divine graces empowered in me, I shall restore Our Lady. So I imagine grabbing my also wet and damp rags that we've been using for the past couple yards,
now
healing
mud
each other.
and blood-soaked.
Yeah, but light finds a way. I'm going to try and heal Daisy and sustain her at least. 46 with a success plus 1. Marginal success.
What's your intelligence modifier?
3.
So 1 plus 3.
4. Yeah.
Oh, that's where I meant to add that in. Okay.
That's just for when you're treating wounds.
When I'm doing wounds, yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah.
So, Daisy, your wounds go from 0 and now up to 4.
Sorry, my intelligence is 4.
Oh,
sorry.
So
that's initiative is 3. Intelligence is 4.
So 4 plus
5.
1, 5. Yes. So Daisy, your wounds go from 0 to 5 as this priest treats your wounds as you're sort of heading up this path. So yes, you are no longer unconscious as you come to being carried by Dominique Lefrancois up the muddy road.
Oh, the angry cows get milked then.
Yes, you could say that. If the milk was blood, and yeah.
Sometimes the milk blood just kind of goes into a daze.
Our priest here scared them off, he did.
Yes, his prowess in battle is not to be trifled with, I think.
Their wills will always fail, their faith will fail, and their flesh will tear. Children of more.
Thank you.
So cough a bit of blood.
Thank you, scary, angry, religious man.
He definitely has a handkerchief up to his face to try to breathe through / not smell.
As you make way up this muddy road through the storms, suddenly lightning illuminates the path ahead of you, and you see in the middle distance a building. And once the lightning has pinpointed its location, as you sort of get eyes on it, you can see that there are lights burning in its windows. It looks like some kind of inn.
It looks like there is shelter over there. Maybe we rest there for the night?
Definite need of respite, I imagine.
Yes. Move as quick as we can, and get there as soon as possible.
I have seen my doom, and it is not here. Onwards.
Dominique is just sprinting down the road.
As you're heading through getting buffeted by rain and winds and slipping through the mud, you get closer and closer to this large building, where you'll hopefully be able to rest and recover after this very long first session of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. But we will return next time to find out what happens to our brave heroes. We'll see you then.
Yeah, catch you all soon.
Have a good one.
See you soon.
Bye.
Swear.